As a 3DS title I didn't get time to try last year, the Alliance Alive HD Remastered is a great opportunity to get to it if you missed it too, and I ended up being very glad I could get to it this year. This remastered version features visuals so beautiful that it never felt out of place on a big screen, and these visuals set a fitting stage for its challenging JRPG battles that keep the spirit of a standard turn-based JRPG battle system while still giving you plenty of options when it comes to deep character development. If you've ever been interested in the Alliance Alive, while I can't personally compare it to its 3DS version as I haven't played that one, this new HD remaster feels like it's probably the best way to play it just from how beautiful and smooth it looks, and after experiencing its great story of triumphs and struggles in a quest for freedom, I'm glad this new version could give me a chance to try this interesting game. In the Alliance Alive, you play as an unlikely group of heroes that eventually come together to try and change things in their dark world. The story takes place 1,000 years after the last blue sky was seen, before the world was divided into realms by demons and given a new world order, and your job in the story's present time is to follow its cast of 9 characters as they form alliances with each other and citizens of the land as they go against this ruling to try and bring back freedom and the blue sky. Humans aren't of high regard in the world of the Alliance Alive compared to demons and other species, so there's a definite struggle along the way, and this struggle and the interesting premise helped create a story that really grew from its humble beginnings into something that was satisfying to watch unfold. The likable cast of characters do well at making the story fun to play through as well. These characters include the ones you meet first, including Galil and Azura, who dream of seeing a blue sky for the first time. There's also the demon royalty Vivian, who's interested in humans, and her butler Ignance, who follows her wherever she goes. There's a genius 12-year-old called Tiggy that's an inventor of sorts, and many other interesting characters I could talk about too, with everyone having different reasons for why they fight along the way, with the dynamic they bring to the group in the story creating a good balance of varying personalities that made following this group's journey a lot of fun. What also made everyone so likable is how well the script is written, especially since the game is completely unvoiced, something that surprised me at first as I didn't know that going in. I quickly got used to this though, as the lines the characters were saying always expressed things in the right way that perfectly fit what happened on the screen and kept everyone's quirky personalities always feeling consistent as the story progressed. The story is told through different perspectives at times, but the themes and lines always felt like they came together well to make everything make sense. And with everything feeling fun to read, I think the written lines did a great job of bringing its eventful story to life. As you change perspectives and get to know everyone in the story, you'll also get to know a variety of character types in Alliance Alive's turn-based battle system. For some reason when I first started the game, I thought it was going to be a pretty standard JRPG fare based on my first 10 hours. Your characters fight with weapons and skills and receive talent points that can help you customize what they're good at, which seems simple enough at first. But I found as I kept playing there's a bit more to it once things get harder in the second part of its story, and getting good at the many individual parts of its system is necessary if you want to do well when things get harder. Your characters in the Alliance Alive can equip 2 weapons, and rather than your character leveling up, your skills level up as you use them, and you gain HP and SP separately. As you use your weapon, your characters gradually awaken new skills with that weapon that gives you more powerful ones, making it important to really pick a role for each character and stick to it so you can develop them efficiently. Additionally, your characters also have talents that further help with this development, usually by giving you SP discounts or helping you strengthen your ignition form that builds based on how battle is going, that can allow you to use powerful final strike attacks that can usually turn the tide of battle. These final strikes come at the cost of temporarily breaking your weapon until you can go somewhere to get it fixed, however, and this is on top of keeping track of formations, SP costs, and guilds, but if you can manage them well, the system feels rewarding. I made the mistake in my first 10 hours in neglecting a lot of these systems, as I was mostly doing fine without going too in-depth, and was even enjoying using its battle fast-forward function to help me get through the story quickly. I quickly learned in the second half of the game though that the difficulty jumps noticeably at some point that required me to properly get to know these systems if I wanted to move forward without heavy grinding. I did have to grind a little at times where I felt other difficulty spikes pop up, but this all ended up making me appreciate the things I could tweak and play with to help me win. So ultimately, I did end up enjoying showing how all these systems and the stats of your characters influence how you do in its challenging world. And with learning talents and new skills providing a little replayability for those who want to learn them all, this may be a good excuse to come back to this game in the future. Outside of its unique combat mechanics, exploring its maps is much more interesting than just running around too, with satisfaction coming in from the various ways you can explore its different looking realms. You start off on foot, but as the story progresses, it has you doing things like flying and even floating through lava to add a bit of variation, and it always felt exciting to find a new place in this world, as aside from the place itself looking very beautiful, it usually ended up having a new way to explore as well. Places aren't the biggest in the Alliance Alive, but the different ways you can traverse them help make them feel memorable, and all the different ways you can explore, such as flying across long distances in the sky or even on water, make it hard to believe that this game was at one point just a 3DS one, as these features felt just as exciting as games made for modern consoles. This engaging exploration is all on top of how good everything looks in this remaster in general. From its drawing-like cities that look stunning while running around and in full view, the vibrancy of how some places like its Burning Realm look, and how good each character looks with a bit of smoothing out and some lines added in, make the Alliance Alive seamlessly fit on home consoles, and I did have multiple times as I was playing and seeing how smoothly it ran on my PS4 that made me wonder how it originally came from such a smaller console. A great thing too is that judging from its trailers that mostly use Twitch footage, it looks like the Alliance Alive HD Remastered will look great on whatever you choose to play it on as well, and quietly, it kind of makes me hope the other game by its developers, The Legend of Legacy, gets this kind of remaster too, or that they make something new, as I adore how this animation style looks with just a little bit of polish. Part of these beautiful visuals and fun landscapes with a great soundtrack that's made me want to hunt it down and a smooth UI, and the Alliance Alive feels right at home as a modern console experience. And I'm happy that I waited to try this version, as it definitely seems like the game is at its best and in its most appealing form. Overall, I'm really glad that this HD version of the Alliance Alive gave me a great excuse to play this beautiful version of it. Its deep systems were satisfying to play with, and I had a lot of fun getting to know them and its quirky cast of characters that made me laugh and want to keep fighting for them as I made my way through its many chapters wanting to find out what happened next. The 30-hour experience felt like it went by quickly because I was having a lot of fun, even when I was tried with some of its tough battles that made me appreciate its character developing systems more. I'm glad I could try this new version of the Alliance Alive that kind of makes me glad I waited to try it until this year. And if you're like I was and haven't had a chance to try it yet either, this new version definitely seems like it's the best way to do it. Thank you for watching this video. Let me know in the comments below if you're going to try the Alliance Alive HD Remastered and if you've tried its 3DS version. You can like and share this video if you enjoyed it, subscribe to my channel for more JRPG content like this, and ring that bell to get notifications on whenever I post so you don't miss a thing. You can check out more videos here, and you can find me on social media on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, all at JRPG Jungle. And until next time, thank you, bye!